First off, rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante Davis.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's going on, good people? We are back again with another episode of the 3-Man Weave podcast.
Yes, sir.
You see two people right now, but it's only temporary. We ain't gonna come off on the comeback like that. We ain't gonna shortchange it. Just hold your horses. We got a little y'all mean just going on behind the scenes, but it's all gonna work out. So it's all gonna be here. The gang's all here. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we are episode 131. 131. And guess what? It's a lot to talk about.
It is a lot to talk about.
It's a lot to talk about. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try and save all the good shit for when he'll get here. So first off, who's with me right now?
You already know who it is, man. You got your boy Cannon with you as always. Washington fan extraordinaire. Here to cut the cap. That's a fact.
Oh yeah.
Also your favorite guy. There's that part. So
okay, all right. Well, Mr. Washington fan extraordinaire, we might have some conversations for you, and we might have to determine what's fact or what's cap. You know what I'm saying? But I am Mr. AJ, Mr. Red Cup. I got it around here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. It's right here.
Yes, sir.
It's very refreshing. So make sure y'all join us on Instagram or Twitter at 3manweave_. You can also follow us on Twitch at 3manweave_. Shit, fuck if I know. Hit us in the Facebook group at 3manweave group. You can join us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and like all those videos, man, on the YouTube. Search 3-Man Weave podcast. Hit the subscribe button. We need all of that. We need all the engagement on YouTube that we can get right now. So if you
tell a friend, man.
Look, hey, tell your mama, tell your cuz when y'all sitting around at the holiday dinner table, be like, hey y'all, pull up y'all phone real quick. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the 3-Man Weave podcast. Yep. Go ahead and do that for your boys. That's a holiday gift that we asking for our. We gonna name y'all later. We gonna give you that name later, but we need that from y'all. So we got a lot of people in here, man. Shout out to Chris. Joe Shiesty. We seen Joe Shiesty go to work on Sunday. I don't see any Steelers fans in here right now.
No, it is one.
Is that Mark? Is that Mark? What's up, Mark? How you feeling? You okay? I'm sorry, Mark. My foot a little bruised up from that ass kicking.
Because honestly, Mark is probably the one Steelers fan who knew this was coming.
Yeah. This is who I've been looking for. Hey, bro, you made a bet with me this offseason about y'all beating us, and you haven't mentioned it yet. So, are we good? Because I ain't trying to. You can't stop the rain. I ain't trying to pull up on you now to come collect these funds. You know what I mean? So
we got the policy, man.
You know what I'm saying? But we gonna discuss it.
Yeah, man.
But man, so listen, I don't want to get into some of the good stuff while we waiting on Hill, but it's some shit we gotta talk about.
We can't. I was gonna say let's talk about that fight that happened, but I think Hill got some commentary for that too.
God damn. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump right in here. I know Hill probably want to get into this, but I don't care. My Phoenix Suns done won 16 games in a row, bro.
Yeah, man.
And I heard a lot of people in the group. He's not here right now because he has to work apparently. But there was a lot of people saying that last season was a fluke because Lakers was hurt, all of that stuff. But the team was good. And yes, the team was hurt, but that wasn't the only team that they beat. It wasn't the only team that they had. Oh, would you look at that? Look what the cat drug in.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, where's my phone?
Oh shit, he's not prepared.
Not at all.
It's all right. And look, I
Like
understand.
everybody done upgraded their setup, man. I gotta upgrade my setup, B.
Nah, y'all never said that y'all was gonna go on time. Like I never got no message that said we was going on time or nothing. That.
Hey, man,
We
don't
didn't.
touch the floor.
I ain't gonna lie, we didn't go on time.
Yeah, we did not.
I ain't know y'all was on, but hey,
Oh, my fault.
I'm Hill gonna be on baby. Hopefully,
man.
Hopefully, y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. We also on TikTok and Twitch, 3Man Weave _. What y'all talking about?
Oh, just the Suns, on a 16 game winning streak.
Oh, you was finally talking about the Suns?
Hey, I'm just saying, it's 16 games in. It's a big game tonight. It's a late one, and I'm tired. I'm dog tired, and I'm trying. I'm sitting in front of the TV.
Games is them West Coast games, man.
It's crazy. I'm staying up for that one. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay up for that one. But goodness gracious, making it through halftime is gonna be tough. I'm gonna be in
halftime, bro.
What's going on with y'all? I see y'all in the comment. But the thing is, it's weird. And I said this at my daughter's birthday party with my guy Mickey and my trainer Jeff. Nobody's talking about the Suns. I understood last year by them sneaking up on people. Nobody believed in the Suns last year, but they just went to the finals, bro. You went to the finals and went to a 16-game winning streak, and nobody knows. Like we don't hear nothing.
But because I think it's
because Golden State's on the run too, man.
Yeah, Golden State's on the run, and they have Steph, and
that's fine.
They have Steph, and once again, I mean, quite honestly, nobody outside of Phoenix fans really cares about Phoenix,
well,
and that's just
JJ Redick went to bat for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I respect that, and I like that. And then of course, Stephen A comes in and does his but it's just the Suns, blah blah. That's Devin Booker. Like, nah, we've all known that Devin Booker,
player of the month, right? By the way, right?
Yeah, Devin Booker, who's player of the month, and I understand there's some deficiencies. There's certain flaws in his game, but some of those flaws that he's had, he's gotten better at throughout his entire career. He's always
one player in the league without a flaw in that game,
and that's what I'm saying. And so I don't understand. Like,
we talking about offensively or defense?
Period.
Period. Okay. Yeah. Period. Okay. Because I'm about to say KD ain't got a flaw nowhere in his offensive arsenal. But you said everywhere. You said everywhere. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
KD get bullied sometime, man. That's his flaw.
Well, shit.
Man. If you could bully him without fouling, he have a tough time, bro.
But before that Achilles tear, he was actually even tough on defense too. Quiet as kept. So
KD is tough.
The thing about, and we say the same thing when it came to the Bengals, bro. It's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You over here supposed to be changing the narrative and saying 16 wins, and you just now hearing about it. Like I say, AJ, it's time you speak up, brother. Yeah, I ain't saying you got to go. You ain't got to go here. You ain't got to go. You ain't got to go heel. You know what I'm saying,
bro? And that be my thing. It was just like I've made posts. But apparently, when I make these posts about my teams, nobody really comments on them. But then when something goes wrong or something happens, then they be like, "Oh, you've been missing for 2 weeks," and I ain't really been missing. Nobody just ever comments on my posts. Like,
I figured it out.
Like when Devin, I think when we were at like 13 in a row, I made a post about Devin Booker in the chat. And nobody responded. Nobody talked to me about nothing. I'm like,
I know what's going on here.
Talk to okay.
Nobody, including AJ, has ever known. AJ don't even know what it feels like for both his teams to be doing like. So he don't know how to act over. You know what I mean? How to post to do anything. And people seeing him as they like in disbelief. They like they had to go look it up, and they like, dang, they really are. So ain't really nothing to say. You feel me? ain't nothing to say when you're on a 16-game win streak. You feel me? People can talk all the talk that they said last year. One, they were there. I don't care what nobody say. You feel me? They were there. Couldn't get it done.
But I could,
You know what I mean? But I never said that their window was closing. But one, because they got Bean Booker.
How the
So
hell?
it's like,
how the window close when you just get here?
I mean, it can't happen for some people like that, but not when
How
the
the
bulk
window
of their
closed when
team-
outside of Chris
the
Paul,
bulk of
everybody
their-
under like
that's-
25.
That's what I was about to
That
say. The
makes
bulk
sense.
of their team is young. So for like somebody else on an older team, yeah, y'all got here, y'all went on a hell of a run. Your window could close if you don't get it done. You feel me? Now the window could possibly be closed for Chris Paul. You feel me? But
And I agree with this technically in a sense where the NBA doesn't start until Christmas.
but 16
Because
games
right
is
now
16 games.
football really does own the airwaves, and so
That's true.
when you're not the Lakers, if the Lakers weren't going through some tough times, it probably just be business as usual. Nobody would really be talking about basketball outside of LeBron put up 45 or some shit like that. But
You know,
Running
I mean,
protocol.
we know what runs the airwaves.
and I
Running
think,
protocol.
yeah, I know. I just got that notification. Yeah, I seen you, Curtis. You did pick against your team. But bring it back to the NBA. I do like how the NBA just knows that their little bro to the NFL at certain times and how they schedule the thing. Like you say, we got a game. We get Tuesday and Thursday games. We don't get Saturday or Sunday games till after the NFL is off. You know what I'm saying? They know it. They know it's them. I just, I understand. I'm glad that they can concede and know, when is it time.
That's a good business model.
I would think. I would hope other leagues should do the same thing. They should just have this common courtesy and do the same thing. Like NFL sometimes try to step on the NBA neck, like for no reason. It's like, come on now, let's have some common courtesy. Let's not schedule this on that date and let the NBA get there. Like we know y'all got the whole time. Y'all off season, NFL off season is sometimes bigger than some people's sports. So
100%. Like the draft is probably bigger than some like playoff games.
Absolutely, man.
And so what I do like is how
be locked into the draft, man. Like it is a playoff game. It really is, kind of.
Especially when your team trash.
And
that's not a diss.
Or when your team is making good picks. Like just think about some of the picks. All of our teams have done pretty well with draft picks. Just think, you know what I mean? So just think some of these picks have changed the fate. Really, truly yours, AJ, on Phoenix Suns, and you know what I mean. I know we was talking about the NFL draft, but Phoenix Suns draft and Bengals draft. Washington has finally, got a couple decent drafts under their belt, and the Cowboys have been willing and dealing, man. So it's like we gonna watch that thing. But I do like what you said, Hill, about the NBA and how they're strategic, and I think they've always been. It's not even a modern thing. It goes back to the old heads who was first. They knew they couldn't compete with football on.
But here's the thing. I think they have a good business model. They make their marquee game the Christmas Day game, and it's almost like okay, NFL, you get Thanksgiving. We're gonna follow up. We're gonna get Christmas Day, and we're gonna really take off from there. And it's almost like once that happens, that's when they really get into their push and start selling it. It's almost like you'll start watching basketball and you're like, damn, it's the All-Star break already? It feel like it just started because you ain't really start paying attention to it heavy until after that.
I'd be like, thank God it's the All-Star break.
Yeah.
But even still, they don't even interfere with March Madness.
Because you shouldn't, man. You're gonna lose. You can't with a true March Madness before the pandemic with all them buzzer beaters and stuff like that. You gonna lose, man.
Terrible basketball has never been so interesting.
But it's just the fact that they're not even trying to compete with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The NFL will throw on the Jets versus the Browns on one of the games for some reason to try to steal some ratings. You feel what I'm saying? It's stuff like that you have a conscious effort.
You won't ever catch me watching that.
I'm just
they would do it though.
We've seen it. We've seen it done.
This is the first year the NFL has ever had decent Thursday night games. This is the first year that I could say that I've enjoyed Thursday night games because they really used to put the worst of the worst up there, and it was like, wow, why?
Right.
This could have just been an out of market game that I didn't even see on
The
Sunday.
Bengals used to stay on Thursday night game. That would be the only primetime game they get.
And
Be
while
like,
and while
damn.
we're not gonna stay here long. And when they finally go to an 18 game season, and hopefully they give us 2 bye weeks, they need to make that Thursday game. Them teams come off a bye
Off a
week.
bye week.
Yeah, man,
Like,
that's can be
Because
easily strategically done.
like I've
before the
said
season.
before, the road team on a Thursday night game is always
It's
at a
always-
disadvantage because you don't have you lose a day of practice, you still got to travel and all that. So it's almost like you coming in that shit shorthanded. So
And one
usually
time,
when
bro,
I'm always taking the home team in a Thursday night game.
I swear one time it was a Sunday night road team that had a Thursday night game, bro.
yeah, like come on, bro. Like
Yeah.
don't sit there, don't sit there and tell me you care about player safety and then you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
This
come on,
was
man.
this was the worst shit ever. This Bears Lions game.
That
I
was
don't know
actually a great game.
how did they get on Thanksgiving, man?
The Lions always gonna get on
They
Thanksgiving.
do, but bro, you talk about flex all the time. Y'all talk about flex, bro.
You can't flex no Thursday night game, yo.
We talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you can flex the Detroit if they owe and whatever, bro.
But
I'm sorry.
The thing is, though, I know
But you know the Lions are gonna be owing whatever on Thanksgiving because it's what they do.
Used to be decent on when they were back
Barry
in the
Sanders
day.
ain't there no more, dog.
Y'all familiar with the
And they stopped
grandfather
putting them
clause?
there.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Y'all familiar with the grandfather clause? And the first one before the Thanksgiving game started, nobody wanted to play on Thanksgiving. They were the only 2 teams that wanted to play on Thanksgiving.
I remember.
We'll do it.
That is history.
Exactly. And,
Bears and Lions is history, bro.
And I know that we're trying to get away from certain tradition. We're trying to advance the game and try to get better. And the NFL they added another game that night. Like now we get 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
it was trash, bro.
But think about it. Is that they put the damn game damn near at noon. Like, are you
I
really?
didn't even know it was on.
By the time you know the game is on, it's almost over. It's
I started getting fantasy alerts, bro. I was like, dang, bro, they got me.
I wasn't even done cooking yet. I had just started.
So if you cooking, you're not paying attention to that game. If you traveling, you about to get ready. You got to get everybody ready, get your clothes on. You're not really paying attention to that game. Like we just want to complain about it, just to complain about it. I understand it's the Lions,
right.
But it's like, but they put it on at noon, y'all. Goddamn, like.
But you know what?
Like
you know what?
Game.
I'm about to say that you know what's worse than the Thanksgiving early game, those London games. I am not trying to watch no football at 9:30 in the morning, bro. I'm sorry.
Every time that happens, I'll be like, dang, and you always got somebody on one of them teams that you forgot to put in, bro.
Always one. Always like, God damn it. Oh man. But I don't know why you not. I knew you was waiting for me. You waiting for me to show up, AJ, to talk about my boy. Talk about my boy Lincoln Riley, baby, in Southern California.
He said we finna go to the SEC. Who? The SEC what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go out there to sunny California.
Yeah, man.
My guy Lamar, my guy Lamar want to stop the rain. Hey, but it never rained in Southern California.
He said sunny California. He said, hey, Saban, I got Kirby Smart.
You ain't got to worry about it.
I'm good, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and just pack my bags.
And
you know what?
Rose Bowl.
and look, hey, and this is in all honesty, it's a great move for the Pac-12 because the Pac-12 ain't shit unless USC is good. And even when right now, when Oregon is good, they have no real legitimacy because they're the only good team in that conference. So you need at least one other good team out there to kind of like give them some sort of, legitimate claim. Say like, okay, we beat, USC in the Pac-12 championship or something like that, where someone's like, okay,
some teams in that conference, they just ain't making we on the playoff got us on that national noise type thing. So it's like, but it's a good league play.
I think back. I'm gonna give you some pushback about Oregon. I think the people love Oregon because they got the
I hate Oregon.
Okay, cool. Other people love Oregon, their jerseys and all that. They got that. They always got a different jersey all the
Fuck the
time.
jerseys. Half the teams in the college playoff uniforms is old and trash as shit.
But this is my thing. But they're popping. They're we like those.
Of course.
But my thing about nobody cares about Oregon this year. Who's the exciting player other than that defensive end?
They got the linebacker, but
a linebacker.
right.
You know what I'm saying? What are we used to when Oregon was Oregon?
Some fast ass players, running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks.
Somebody that can get a novice or a casual fan, somebody that they can gravitate to. Nobody's gravitating towards no linebacker. I'm sorry, unless a true football person. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that this defensive end is one of the ones. That's cool. But like he's not moving the needle, That's why nobody cares about Oregon this year. Let them get some exciting players. I think that the fact that stop talking about my guy, Chris. My guy's about to change the thing. Like he been recruiting heavy from California.
Yeah, and he's keeping his quarterback. So Malachi Nelson is following him to USC. That's one of the things I called. I'm like, hey, Malachi Nelson, he's not leaving California now. He's gonna keep him home. And when you're recruiting, once you get the quarterback, a lot of things will start falling into place for you, because now those guys they're gonna start recruiting. They'll start saying, hey, like I want to. When they go to these camps, receivers will be like, they'll build bonds. I want to play with him. Linemen will be like, I like how he calls his offense, stuff like that. So it almost starts to just kind of like be a domino effect. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do on defense. Hopefully he can get somebody in there and coordinate that defense. But don't bring that Big 12 shit over here.
So look, they have decent players there.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They just haven't had good coaching, bro. They've still been getting good 4-star recruits, a few or a 5 here, and a good amount of 3s. You feel me? Which is what you need to build out your team. But if you cannot be a leader of men and you can't get these players to bite in, and we all know that today's youth is probably more challenging than ever to get to buy into something. So to be a coach in today, you can't be one of those old school do it my way just because I say so coaches.
Eric's stupid. Eric said they need Quincy McCall.
They do, man. But you got to be adaptable to these players, and players like Lincoln Riley, man. He's a player's coach, so it's like I really think that he can rejuvenate. They have a good base at USC. They just haven't been winning. I actually watched a couple of their games this year.
And Eric, not Eric. AJ, you keep a close eye on recruiting.
Of course,
you've been letting me know that we getting a lot of recruits and stuff like that. And this is
before,
before Lincoln. So, like you said, we know Lincoln Riley can recruit. Like you said, so that's not going to be the issue. Like you said, I would want to see who's going to be a defensive coordinator, because, like you said, you can't come in here. You can't come in here with that Big 12 stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is a Pac-12. They play some better defense over here.
Right.
And what? Your goal is, like I said, playoffs, championship. Like I said, so you need to be building your defense and ready to compete with other, these other.
You need to be able to stop some SEC running backs, because that's what's going to come down to.
Yeah. What I do love now though about today's college game is that when these coaches leave, these players can actually enter the transfer portal and they can get out of there, because a lot of them dudes would be coming to this school for this coach. That coach promises, "Oh, I'm gonna be here. I'm never gonna leave. This is my dream job." Brian, I'm talking to you, Brian Kelly. I'm gonna get to him in a second, but
that was the dumbest rule ever, bro. That players just why can't I change? If I can academically just say I'm leaving today and go to another institution tomorrow and be registered and able to take classes, why can't I participate?
But the coaches can, like you said. But the
coaches,
the workers can. Anybody else? If you could work for the registrar and say, you know what, I'm leaving Howard, I'm going to Georgetown. You feel me? And you're working tomorrow. There's nothing that you can do about it. So I don't understand why, because people are students, that we try to control
No,
what they do.
not because people are students. You're forgetting the part.
Yeah, because the
Student
other students, you're
athlete.
right. You're
That
right.
you're
Because
forgetting that
regular
second part.
students
When
can do
when you
whatever they
become a
want.
student athlete, that
You're
if you
right.
jumble the words together, do a little cutting here, that means you a slave. You ain't no
Mm-hmm.
student athlete no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first they always tell you, you a student first and you an athlete second.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You really an
nah, we
athlete first. Because you
that
can't do nothing else, bro.
you ain't peep what I did there. You ain't peep the science. So like I said, you a student first and the athlete second. That's
Yeah,
what
you're
my
right.
coach used to tell me.
You're
He was
right. I
like,
got
you a
like,
student first and the athlete second. And I'm
see, I
like,
was
okay.
watching the eyes, not the hands, man.
Yeah.
Cause see, the
Yeah, so
hands
it's
will
just
play
like,
tricks on
He
you,
caught
man.
you. He caught you. He caught. Which one of y'all hit me? Which one of y'all?
motherfucker must be an octopus. But
Well, my thing about I'm not gonna sit here because we about to transition to Brian Kelly. I'm not about to sit here. I am excited about getting Lincoln Riley. I can finally root for my team again. I'm one of them fake fair weather teams of a USC team because I can't give everybody all this emotion. You know what I'm saying?
right, 100%.
But it's like I know
Stressful.
I heard his press conference yesterday. He was like, "Yeah, this happened real quick. I wasn't really planning on going to USC," and I'm gonna just that's cap right there, bro. Like the deal that he signed ain't nothing about that quick. Ain't nothing about that quick. That's a long developed deal that he received. That's a big massive deal that he received. And ain't no way in the world that you could have just figured that out in a day.
Has that deal been confirmed?
Sometimes you can't.
It don't even
Hey,
matter, bro.
hey,
It don't
somebody
even
tell
matter if it's not
me guaranteed a certain amount of money. We can do this
Bruh.
today, bro.
But my thing about Brian Kelly is, okay, as I'm excited, as I'm excited about Lincoln Riley because he never won a national championship, but he gets you to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when my bro Cannon said, "Get me in the dance and cut the music on," so hey, I ain't been to the dance in a while. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
So Brian Kelly can win, and I think it's kind of hard to win in Notre Dame.
No, it's not kind of hard. It's hard to win at Notre Dame because Notre
Your hand
Dame,
count.
Stanford. That's why what David Shaw is doing at Stanford is actually extremely underrated because although he's struggling right now, like he's been he's been really consistent at Stanford with a limited pool of players that you can recruit because of the academic requirements. And so
you can't just get an athlete. You got to get a athlete and a scholar.
Yeah, you actually have to get a student athlete, and so to get what he's getting and actually, like he's actually doing a hell of a coaching job to maximize the talent that he's able to get. Yes, he can get some
with Richard Sherman's of the world.
Yeah, yes, he can get some. He can get some elite talent, but the elite talent that he can get is limited just because of the requirements. And so I think he's doing a really good job. The thing that I don't like about Brian Kelly, I just don't like Brian Kelly in general because of how he treats his players.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before on this podcast. I just don't like him as a person, and I don't like what he did to Cincinnati because he did the same thing to Cincinnati that he did to Notre Dame. Oh, I'm not going nowhere. This is the job that I want. I love it here. I'm winning here. I can win here. If I can win here, why do I need to go anywhere? And then the next year, he's literally gone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, bro, like. Stop volunteering this information of saying never. Like nobody's saying that you have to say never. Just say I'm committed to Notre Dame right now. I'm committed to UC right now. Like we've heard plenty of times where they just say I am the coach of the such and such team right now, and we're worried about winning right now. That's all you're worried about. Ooh, Chip Kelly. Ooh, I ain't seen that name in a long time.
I'm gonna change the narrative, man.
Go ahead.
I honestly think LSU could have done better.
Okay. Elaborate.
LSU used to be a championship caliber team. They used to be a team that people were afraid of. People really haven't been afraid of LSU in the SEC for a while now. Retreads, man. We keep talking about retreads. Like, okay, you know what you're gonna get with Brian Kelly. Like AJ said, a coach who really doesn't care about his players. He really cares about what he's getting more than anything. And you give him a big stage,
Stop it.
So I'm like, yo, you could have really went and found somebody. You see how the NFL are trying to go and get young, new, innovative minds to do something. you can't tell me that there's no young college coordinator out there that's been proving himself that deserves a shot. I'm tired. I've been seeing those Brian Kellys and those type names since forever,
So
bro.
I
I'm honestly sick of them.
I
So
think
it's
I
like,
think I think what LSU was trying to do by grabbing Brian Kelly is what we talked about. He's handcuffed at Notre Dame. So they feel like him recruiting at Notre Dame, he can't just recruit like other teams. Like he can't recruit in the southeastern portion of the country. He doesn't just recruit on the West
he don't
Coast and stuff
appeal
like
to
that.
this
He
generation no
he
more,
has to
bro.
recruit. He has to recruit nationwide in order to get his players. And so now I think they feel like he has a footprint in nationwide, and he doesn't have those academic requirements. So they think he can get a better talent pool. But I don't know if this would actually have been a step up, but I would have liked to see Brent Venables at LSU,
Or
the Clemson defensive coordinator, the highest paid defensive coordinator in college football.
yeah,
I would have loved to see what he can do in the SEC and see what he can do as a head coach. Just because
it's young.
I think with the talent that he gets and that talent pool that he would have in the SEC, I think he could compete, and I think he has done enough to be able to bring those players in. I think LSU is one of those jobs where now you can start getting those quarterbacks in, and you're not going to run that archaic offense anymore. They've shown that they can open it up. So I think it would have been a good thing. And like I said, I just don't fucking like Brian Kelly, so I don't want to see him in
And
LSU.
I would have preferred to see just a young
and that's where I'm
man
going.
get the position, because like I said, there is a huge disconnect with this generation coming up, bro. And you need someone that can reach these players. Coach Ed he was probably had a better hold on what's going on with this generation than Brian Kelly, bro. Brian
Yeah,
Kelly
because he was out there cheating and fighting his players.
I'm just saying,
Coach
like,
O was a wild boy. You hear what Coach O did? He pulled up to a gas station and started talking to a woman. He was like, "Hey, you work out?" And she was like, "I'm married." And he was like, "So what that got to do with anything?" And come to find out, she was like married to like one of like the chancellors at LSU. Like Coach O was a wild boy.
He was wild, man. But
Coach O used to bring his side chicks up to the facilities and let their kids practice with the players.
Hold on, we got a comment before we get on that one. You said you wanted somebody young, Cannon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you said, AJ, LSU doesn't run that archaic offense like they did anymore, so they can get some of these young quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Loosely quoted. That's why for me, I thought Joe Brady would be the perfect candidate to get this head coaching job.
I don't know if he's going back to college though.
My thing is the reason why I say he would go back to college, because their season is not going the way it was going early in the season. Early in the season, how they started off? They started off undefeated. They started off 4-0, right? And the offense was clicking. Everything was looking good, and he was looking like a top head coaching candidate. Even last year, how he got the offense running, he was looking like a top head coaching candidate. But now they tailed off. Now it's not his fault. I'm not about to blame him, but we know how it goes for the coaching in the NFL. Like, are you the hot commodity? Are you and you got to have a vouch. So my thing is, he's falling down on the pecking order for NFL jobs. So
why not? Still got the vouch.
So, I know he has the
interviews.
He's going to get interviews. Don't
he's
wrong.
definitely going to get interviews.
I said the pecking order. He's going down. So if you're going down on that one, so why not go get a big head coaching job that you are familiar with? Because you help recruit down there, you help put them on the map. You won a national championship there. You might would have been,
But you know what?
You're not far removed. You're not far removed from the glory days.
But here's my thing.
Interview gets him to the dance, bro.
I'm not saying that he won't get a head coaching job in the NFL. Don't get that twisted.
No, I feel you. So I'm just saying if he have to weigh his choice, he might want to try that before. Because I can always come back to coach college.
But you can come back and coach Toledo.
Yeah, you can't always come back and coach college.
But
here's my thing. Here's my thing about college. I know
some jobs.
Yeah, and they go quick.
I know we talk about he could just go back to college and stuff like that. Some of these coaches don't want. Some of these coaches don't want to go to college. Do you know, like, recruiting is like annoying as fuck. I gotta come in here and I gotta I gotta massage this 18-year-old's ego. Like, fuck you. I don't want to I'm not trying to no, get in here, play some fucking football. I'm not trying to, you're the best thing in the world. I love everything about your game. Hey, Mom, I'm gonna come in here.
No one
I'm gonna
said
come
you
in
have
here
to do
and
that.
take him to
They created that. They created that for themselves.
Okay, but that's what you have to do to recruit now. And it's
so listen.
So if he goes to
the first person that tried to poach
30.
somebody created that. It's like resellers, bro. It's like they open up Pandora's box. So now
Fam,
they treat
Saban like college Belichick, and he be doing that to them players.
But it
and
don't have to
he
be
can get the
that
pick
way.
of the litter.
You could literally
30.
you could exactly
use two hands, son.
Exactly,
like your mom does.
Coach 30 on the air out every day. He on the air out every day trying to get players. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got
Guy doesn't want to be an athlete.
You know what I'm saying? He's tucking his tail.
It's down his leg.
Look at Charles and Davis. Look at this.
Hey, Davis gonna whoop his ass one day, yo.
Coach, look, we're gonna chop this clip up. We got to get Coach 30 on here, man.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
But this kind of before we move on, this is the one. The SEC wants winning records, not young bucks. That's from Eric. Now, that's not a lie.
But
the thing is, though, winning records not gonna come from young bucks. That's just a blanket statement that's just thrown out there, Eric.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They want wins, not young buck. I'm not saying just hire a young buck just because he's a young buck. I'm saying hire a winning coach that you believe in, but hire a guy who can reach this generation, because that more than likely, whoever can lead these guys, that's your highest chance of winning, bro. So it's like, I'm not just saying it just to say it. Like, bro, it's logic behind it. Like, of course they just don't want a young buck. They want a winner, bro.
Y'all think Marcus Freeman gonna get one of these jobs, or one of these another black coach is gonna get an opportunity at one of these Power 5 schools?
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, he must want to change the topic.
But yeah, hell. Well, before you came on, I was gonna ask you. Well, I'm glad you're here now, because I was gonna ask you about your boy, man. Your boy, he was out here looking bad, man.
Which boy?
Your boy Saturday night, man. Teofimo Lopez, man.
My guy, T-Lo.
Yeah, man.
Looking bad how? Because I've heard that's one of the best fights they've seen all year.
No, it was.
All right.
It was, but this is my thing.
So
this is my thing. This is why I say looking bad.
You can't look bad if it's one of the best fights.
No, it wasn't. No, it was one of the best fights.
I tried.
Not one of his best fights.
I tried.
So, and this is why I say, first of all, you talked a lot of trash. Mm-hmm. One, y'all know I never believed in Loma, so it's like I don't even. To me, you waltzed into these belts just like Loma did. You feel me? That's my opinion, right? So it's like,
leave it alone.
You took forever to defend this title. You took forever.
Tio was your guy, Cannon.
Bro, no. I like Tio, but he was never my guy. I like Tio. You can play the tape back. It's all on recorded. But this is what I'm saying. And when I stopped liking Tio, you could say I said it on here that he's been ducking Devin Haney, bro. And they tried to make that. Hey, Devin tried to make the fight one for this. It was supposed to be Devin Haney instead of Kambosos, but he didn't want to make it. And because he strategically, I'm trying to stay away from fights like that, bro. And I'm not saying just Haney, the JoJo Diaz's, the Ryan Garcias, people, when he got those belts, people was like, let's do it, bro. And you came out with George Kambosos, bro. Like, none of the top dogs. You see what I'm saying? And you thought that you handpicked George Kambosos. But we were saying, like, me and Rashad literally picked George Kambosos before this. And you can ask him. And the reason why is because of what he said, bro. And the little, you know how they always do, like, the little videos and tell their stories or whatever.
The 24/7.
Somebody was like, bro, T.O. gonna knock you out. And he looked dead at him, bro. And he said, I think I clip him, bro. And he said straight up, I think I clip him. And I just looked and I believed him, bro. He was stone cold with it. Then when he walked out, I was just so. Tilo came out all fast. I was like, he can't. And Tilo said, I'm going to knock Gambosis out in the first round. And then you got dropped in the first round, bro. So to me, that's looking bad, Hill.
And don't get me wrong. And I'm with you now. I had to defend my guy right quick. You know what I'm saying? But my thing was when he won the belt, when he beat Lomachenko, and he was like, yeah, I ain't ducking no smoke. I want everybody.
He said that, bro.
And he said that verbatim, pretty much.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, "Oh, I like that shit," and I was like,
and that's why he was my guy. You know,
and that's why I said, we gonna see, we gonna see.
And you said that, and then boxing business crept up, and what happened? And then you see what happened. This is why I hate boxing business, because when you keep trying to duck smoke, you might duck this left and get caught with the right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gambonis, what's his name?
Gambosis.
I know this.
Kombucha.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Kawasaki. You know what I'm saying? But the boy ain't no slouch, like I said. Because I had to ask. I'm like, hold on, Kevin. Who is this dude? Because I don't know him. Y'all know I'm casual. You know, I'm like, who is this dude? I'm like, hey, he ain't no slouch now.
Tilo unloaded on him in that first round, though, like he said. But he ate that joint, bro. I almost thought that he was going to get dropped, but he ate it. And Rashad was saying, bro, he too reckless, bro. He about to get caught and clipped, bro.
Bang, bang.
You gotta watch Rashad, though, because I don't think Rashad like Tilo.
He probably don't. Rashad is he biased, definitely.
Yeah.
But he will admit it though, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I had to be there. I got to be there
because when he said Bud, remember when he said Bud didn't let no, he said what? He said he ain't let none of that flurry right there. He said what?
That's my guy though. That's my guy. But when he biased,
don't nobody stand a chance.
I'm like, so because I'm like, okay, he started posting stuff because he started posting like, yeah, like, you know, Tifo Mo lost. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, he never liked them. He never liked them. So I had to say, you gotta watch him though. That's my guy though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But he got Jojo Diaz against Haney, so that should be a good one.
Is Haney his guy though?
No, he's never liked Haney. Exactly. He's always hated Haney because I found him first. That's why. Like
exactly. So of course you got JoJo. Of course you got JoJo.
When you find everybody, like, he want to be the guy that introduced me to a boxer and stuff like that, and be like, oh, my guy. Like, he put me on the Errol Spence. Like, so I can say, so Spence is his guy. I put him on the Bud. And so that's really, and over the last couple years, along with AJ,
that's why he don't like Bud.
And that's really why.
No, I've never hated on Bud.
That's why Hill wanted that joint on record, because I glitched on Rashad. Because let's touch on this real quick. AJ, I haven't had a chance to say it. Bud took care of Sean Porter way better than Spence, bro. And you was saying that, Bud's gonna have trouble and all of this stuff.
You did too. You said it's gonna be a tough fight. That's all I said.
I said it was gonna be a tough fight.
So I said the same shit you did. Don't be trying to say.
I always thought that he would perform better than Spence, bro. And I've said this whole time that I thought that Bud should be higher on the pound list than Spence, because Spence is only a welterweight. Bud has been in other divisions, so that should give him the edge if we're talking pound for pound. I've already conquered, and that's what Hill forgot about Bud. Like, Hill forgot that he conquered a whole nother division and gave them belts away that people are waltzing into. You feel me?
I remember because you had to break it down to me how you describe pound for pound, because I was thinking because I told you Spence 147 resume is way better than Bud 147. But
no doubt.
But when you broke it down, be like, look, I dominated 140. That's pound for pound. I'm like, okay, now I can grasp what you're really saying. You know,
right. But also, like, the reason why I said, all I was saying was, when Bud was coming into 147, there is a pecking order at 147.
Absolutely. No, you're 100% right.
So that's all I was saying. I wasn't hating on Bud or nothing like that.
I was trolling you. It was really more so Rashad, because like
Bud was coming in wanting the top dog. I'm like, hey, just prove yourself, bro. Like, you gotta come in and earn your keep. That's all.
But he ready, man.
Cassius, let's talk about it. Cassius on.
He fight Thursday.
He on Triller on Thursday. He finna. Ooh, KD just dropped. KD just dropped Julius Randle. Ooh. It was just an easy little jab step too. Had him touching
but that's
earth.
all it take, bro.
Ain't nothing easy.
When your shot so silky smooth, bro, all it take is a head fake or a jab.
Ain't nothing easy when you you do anything on offense. That right there make you fall. Before we get off boxing, where does CeeLo go from here though?
But hold on, before Cash's opponent is John Nice though this time, son. Cassius is stepping up, and
that's what we want.
This should be a good fight, man. We gotta get him back on here afterwards. But
no, definitely.
I think Tilo takes the loser of JoJo Diaz or JoJo Diaz Haney, or tries to make the Ryan Garcia fight because Kambosos already pretty said that he wants the winner, because the winner of the Haney will have the last belt.
My thing about that is I know for a fact Ryan Garcia is not gonna take that fight.
What fight?
He's not gonna take the Tilo fight. He's not
ready.
I got Tilo over Ryan Garcia because what I will say is Tilo is a G. I don't think Garcia would have been out.
Garcia's too finesse of a fighter.
He would have put him out earlier. And after Tilo had a gash, he still kept warring. I will say
Tilo he got his ass jumped.
This is the fact that I think Ryan Garcia is embedded with the boxing business. Like he's an Instagram sensation. He got to be this, he got to be that. He talks a lot. So I think Tilo shouldn't even waste his time trying to make that fight. I mean, you can reach out to his people and see if he want to do it, and if not, move on to, like say, go ahead and get the loser. If you go ahead and beat the loser, handle the loser,
then you can get the winner of Kambosos and whoever.
Because we still want to see him versus Haney. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
we want to see that.
So I do.
They can get active, like I said. I think COVID messed up a lot of things in boxing. They can get back active, and they can get to this money. Like I'm so mad. I'm so disappointed in people thinking that one loss that's it.
Yeah, it's not. He's not done.
What I tell you, that's the Floyd symptom.
I know, but y'all ain't Floyd. Like I'm sick of it.
But that's my point.
There's only one person in history, so it's like he's the only. That's all I'm
saying. It's just like once it happens, but then also it's not even just that with the boxers. It's also that with the fans. A lot of like boxing fans, when they see a boxer lose, now it's almost like they don't want to see. Like I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about some casual fans. They treat you, once you take an L, they treat you like you ain't shit no more.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he got his ass whooped, but I don't want to see him no more.
That's true.
And I still think that people would rather see Tilo versus Haney. Let's say both of them lose. I guarantee both of them they would rather see that fight other than Kawasaki and JoJo Diaz.
Yeah, because they didn't want Kawasaki, man. But
they didn't want him in the first place.
Yeah, they didn't want him, but he just shocked the world. It's kind of like Buster Douglas. Like nobody wanted him to. Like that wasn't in the plans for you. You wasn't supposed to win, bro.
So if you get to that level, that it doesn't matter if you win or lose. That your notoriety can withhold that. Then make the fights, bro. Yeah. Like let's stop playing. Like we don't stop playing. You feel what I'm saying? Like we have a whole combination of Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tilo, JoJo's.
None of them ain't never fought each other.
You feel what
That's
I'm saying?
sad, bro.
We don't have to do
you see what I'm saying? That's sad.
No more.
But yeah, man. But Sean Porter though, that's a perfect example of someone who lost, but still gets mega respect from me. Pacquiao lost, but still gets mega respect from me. When Jose Luis Castillo lost to Corrales, I did not feel like he was a loser. He got mega respect from me. So it's like,
shout out to Chico, man.
Like for me, I don't care how many losses you got. It's about how you carried yourself the whole time. And like a person like Sean Porter, to me, he'll go down as a legend. I don't care what anybody else said, because in his prime, he didn't duck nobody. He was the epitome of fuck boxing business, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, if you are supposed to be the guy, I want to fight you, bro. And I want to bring everything. He fought you guys. He fought Keith Thurman. He fought Danny. He fought Bud. He fought Spence, bro.
And that's why I'm so fucking pissed at his dad, bro. Like, let him finish this fucking fight, bro.
I couldn't believe that, bro.
Yeah, he needed the fair.
I couldn't believe that, man.
And he didn't have to say what he said,
bro. The way he said, just
that was so. What he said was so trash, bro.
You know why?
What he said was so trash.
I figured that, man. Hill figured it out, bro. Kenny Porter has and always was afraid of Bud Crawford, bro.
From the jump.
When Bud was an adolescent, him and Kenny Porter almost got into a fight, bro. Mm-hmm. And Kenny Porter said they met in a dark corridor and it was just him and Bud. And he said, I looked him in the eye and I saw a man who would not back down. And he said, because of that, I decided to walk away. And I told Hill, I said, when Bud, because Bud instantly transformed when they said he was down. He said, oh, I'm down. Came out instantly, 2 knockdowns, right? What Kenny Porter saw was that same dude that he saw in that corridor. And he threw in the towel.
He was going to whoop my ass. I can't let him do that to my son.
Exactly. And so he, without thinking, went into self-preservation mode. As a father, I got to protect my son at all costs because that dude right there ain't gonna lose, bro. And
that's why some of these fighters need to get. That's why some of these fighters need to get their fathers out their corner.
And I said,
it's time. Sometimes it's time for growth. It's time for growth, and sometimes you can only go so far because your father, they have an image of you and they have an idea. Sometimes you need that person who has no connection to you that's actually going to train you and build you up, and it's going to actually pick your flaws and see your flaws and stuff like that. So sometimes you need that. And let me get to these real quick with Eric and Chris.
He can protect his son at all costs. He can do all that. You don't go say what you say after that fight, bro.
That was trash. That was trash.
That's like I've said. When you do a coward thing, what you want to do? Hide your hands. So instead of
you want some of this
admit to my cowardice, no. I have to put the onus onto my son and say that he didn't prepare. And the whole crowd knew it. They instantly booed him, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
Because anybody who watched that fight can say that both of those came fully prepared, bro. Sean Porter never showed up ever. I never seen an unprepared Sean Porter, bro. Which is why I say to me, he's a legend of the game, bro. Truly.
And here's my thing. How can Sean Porter was up? Sean Porter was up, and he just got caught. It wasn't like he got caught early in those first couple of rounds, and it was like, Sean Porter looked.
He always be up in most his fights.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't say he didn't look prepared like his training because he looked sharp when he came out. He looked sharp all the way towards those deeper rounds. And he just got caught.
He knew he got caught. That's why he was frustrated with himself. He
got caught, and he wasn't hurt. He just got clipped. He still had his faculties. I literally think he possibly could have finished that fight if he could have got out of those rounds. He could
if he could have got out of that round, but
if he got out that round, he could have finished that fight because he would have been able to get it. He would have pulled himself together
because it was 3 knockdown rule in effect. I think Bud was gonna finish him, bro.
I mean, let him finish him, but
he wasn't hurt. Let him finish him, bro. And it's sad because we'll never know, man.
I know one thing. AJ better not do that with Chasey. You gonna have to see me.
Oh hell no, I get in there like
be a boxer.
You seen Chase in his crib, bro? Chase get active.
Yeah, Chase get active, bro.
I ain't saying he didn't get active, but Chase, I told y'all I had a plan, man.
Nah, Chase. I think Chase. He about to be 6 feet in a couple months. So we probably gonna get him on the court. Nah, I ain't watching yet.
Plan, bro. Trust me, man. Like,
listen, him on the court. What court?
Nah, Chase gonna hoop, bro.
AJ gonna be you.
AJ, listen.
You gonna be a daddy in that corner, bro.
AJ, listen. Baseball is what you know what I'm saying,
bro. You see what Matt Scherzer just got for 3 years?
Yeah. No, 100%. But you see what they gave Reggie Jackson. He ain't gotta be LeBron. He could be Reggie Jackson.
He can play. All right, I support him playing basketball too now.
Yeah. Just let me know when the training starts. I come.
I got Mario. I got Kev. I got all these hoopers around. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about that. Boy gonna be straight.
call me.
So look here.
Yeah, he gonna be
we got
Chase gonna be out there like Isaiah Stewart.
Get that Bobby Bonilla deal.
messing with
That
me.
Bobby,
You be
that
like,
lifetime deal.
hey, Hill, you can't come train my son. No.
Hey, Bobby Bonilla is like
I
the
don't-
greatest
His
person.
agent,
Like
bro.
that's the greatest deal of all time. And the
That-
You
Mets are
gotta
so
love his
stupid.
agent, bro.
Like that's the crazy. Every time I see this post every year, it's like crazy. Like, bro, like how
Because it's still mind blowing. Because it's like, damn, they are still like, every year. I'm like, they are still paying this man. Like
And
they still paying this man.
and we don't see him. He would earn his money if I'm the Mets. Like he
Like,
would have
motherfucker,
Bobby Bonilla Day or something. Like
Sign the
fuck
contract.
that. You gonna be in this front office or something. You gonna do some recruiting. You gonna do some marketing. You gonna do something.
Them papers.
Some administrative duty.
But go ahead and get to the you done with Wilder right quick so we can go transition right quick.
Oh yeah. So I'm not done with Wilder just as a fan, but him being a top level heavyweight, I don't think. I think it's over because he hasn't progressed.
But the comments, bro,
That's what make you done with him.
bro,
Yeah.
he's a sore loser, and I don't like that, bro.
That was some whole shit, bro.
And just think about before he even did the whole shit. And Rashad had a point here. He made up so many. We ain't never heard this, bro. It was the costume. It was he had something in his gloves. My trainer had it in for me. It's like, bro, when have we ever heard a professional fighter do that, bro?
And my thing is,
take your L.
Every single time you had these excuses, but it's like, hey, bro, he like, I don't care if he had some in his gloves. Them shits was landing still. He was beating your ass still. So he was like, if his gloves was loaded or not, them shits was landing, goddamn it. And he was out pointing you like shit. Like I was that I think it was that second fight. I'm like, bro, cover up, like do something.
It's definitely still some fights that he can make because, like you said, we still want to see him versus AJ.
Because he has the knock. He had, like I said, he has the knockout power and stuff like that. But I just think to be considered the elite heavyweight, I think it's over. But
but that's like say if he could go fight Ruiz right now, he can still fight Joshua right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course,
it's not too late for him to remake himself and become a champion again, though.
But it's too late for him to do what we've been asking for him to do as far as a boxer.
Well, George Foreman beat Michael Moore at 48, bro. It ain't too late, bro.
Those are the people that we named that he can still beat them. Like bro,
he can still beat them, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, like you say, done.
And Fury can also be clipped, bro. He ain't the perfect boxer. Like they acting like he the perfect boxer. He's beat Deontay Wilder.
He's not the perfect boxer, but he's the perfect motherfucker for Wilder, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. But I believe somebody else can clip him. I gotta stop saying clip this episode. That's too many clips.
You've been hanging with the Grove Street crew or something.
Wilder's still worth seeing, but he is not championship contender as of right now. And that's fine.
But he could get back there. That's all I'm saying.
But
it just all depends.
Like, we always want to see knockout artists. He's a knockout artist, and that's one thing that we want to see. Like I say, so whoever he fights next, we want to see if he can knock this person out. It is what it is. Oh man, let's get to week 12.
Jake Paul. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, man.
41-3. I'm gonna say it, fuck the 10. It was 41-3 because once them starters came out, that's when they scored 41-3.
I thought you was quiet. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, my bad. All right, let me go ahead and disappear because apparently,
in a long time, both his team, like boy, don't know how to
act. He been quiet. He don't say nothing, right?
I don't say nothing. Even though I've been saying shit about the Bengals since we've been bad, but there's that.
That was fun. That game was a knockout. Like pretty much.
It was so beautiful to watch. It was so satisfying. I told you this, Hill. That was literally one of the best feelings I've ever had as a Bengals fan because it was just like because knowing not only did we just win that one, but we beat their ass the game before that earlier in the season, and how we beat them last year with our backup quarterback. And they just came in thinking that they was gonna whoop our ass. And remember, I was talking during that game too, so I've been talking, and so yeah, man, like that was a beautiful thing to watch. And
you just go answer this. That's what I'm saying. Don't even go. Just answer this. Do the Bengals go on a run now?
A run? I mean, I think we'll get into the playoffs if that's what you're saying. And before, like I've said before, I think if we get into the playoffs, I think we can win a game.
They just have to maintain what they're doing.
I think we will win a game, and we have some tough games. So I'm not going to say, oh, we about to win, 3-4 games in a row. But I do think this ain't the last game we gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got the Chargers this week. I think that's going to be a really tough game, but we got a chance at winning that. We got the 49ers the week after that. That's a really tough game, but we got a chance. We got a chance at winning that. I think it's the Broncos after that.
And the bed, man.
And then so we have some tough games, but we play tough. As long as we come out focused and this run, like Zach Taylor is focused on this run game. Like these last 2 games, he has been hell bent on running the ball, and our offensive line has been clearing house when it comes to run blocking. We're gonna be tough. And what's one of the Chargers' weakness on defense? Run defense. Yeah. So look for a heavy dose of Joe Mixon. And I remember he'll always talk about this. I remember when y'all laughed at me when I said Joe Mixon was better than Saquon Barkley.
Mixon out here cooking, bro. I said interceptions. I take him any day on my squad.
That's a fact.
Shoot. Absolutely.
While we still on the recap, I ain't really going to cut you off, but like you said, just let you answer this one right here.
But as of late, you got to be hot going into the playoffs to go deep, per se. I mean,
go deep. You didn't say deep though.
I didn't say deep. I said before this season, I said our floor would be about 6-7 games. I said right, and I said that was our floor should be 6-7 games. I think where we're at, we are about an 8 to 9 win team, and that should have us competing for a playoff spot. And I said we were going to be competitive going late into the season.
Short when you said that,
no, not even selling myself short, but when I was looking at the schedule preseason, this portion of the season, what I was talking about, I told y'all we have to stack up wins early because the late portion of our season is tough, and which it is. And so we're exceeding our expectations. And like I said before, I do think we have a team that, when we're clicking like we have been, we can make we can get a team.
Kenan, I got you. AJ, say something nice about Zach Taylor right now.
Zach Taylor has been calling some hell of a plays lately and sticking to the run game, thankfully.
I was just going to say that I expected, I wasn't even going to mention Zach, but I expected the Bengals to be right where they're right where I expected them to be. I expected them to be in the thick of things, and they are. So it's like,
because like I was telling y'all like I was telling y'all last year, I was like, when Joe was healthy, every game was close.
Yeah, we
weren't getting blown out. So that's why I said having a 4-win, 5-win season isn't acceptable. He needs to be at 7-8 wins.
Also, Zach just needs some time. Sometimes people need.
Sometimes you do need some time. And that's what I was trying to say.
Want instant results. No one's just gonna come in and be a new coach, win a Super Bowl. That's not.
That's not what I wanted. I was saying some of the mistakes that he was making in year one.
That's what the media. I'm just saying. I get this generation wants. Like, we want a coach to come in, win the Super Bowl right away.
Why has Ben not benched? Legit looked 80 out there, 0 deep ball.
Not 80.
I mean, we've seen Mason Rudolph. Is that what you want?
Who take that?
Jarvis.
That legit look 80.
This is the thing though about why he's not being benched, because most Hall of Fame quarterbacks don't get benched.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They don't have Kenny. They don't have Kenny Porter ain't on the Steelers sideline. They gonna let him finish this shit up.
They don't. And like I said, we can say we want to say about Ben. Ben is a Hall of Fame quarterback. It is what it is. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Man. He's getting in. The thing is though, they don't have a viable replacement. And
if y'all asking for Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins, y'all still you gonna get this. At least Ben, like he's like Ben at least gonna sputter and make some shit like look like something because he's a veteran. So sometimes he knows to do a little bit of something.
Like nothing they've shown is takeover worthy. Like we've seen them before. So nothing they can do is be like, hey, we need to bitch Ben for them. We've shown that. I'm gonna use this example and we can move on. Eli's going to get in the Hall of Fame. Of course, I don't want him to get in the Hall of Fame.
He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
But he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. But the thing about him getting benched, they drafted a quarterback. It was 6th overall. They drafted Daniel Jones. So that way they can look and say, you know what, Eli, we can bench you because we have somebody that
because they were moving on.
Yeah,
Listen,
they were moving on. But the thing is, I'm only using. We're not about to stay on that, Cannon.
we
only using that
not,
for
but
a
I
minute.
just gotta say one thing, bro. He's going to the Hall
I said that.
because he's made the greatest one of the greatest passes ever. That's why. It
So
ain't about the
put
long.
that highlight in the Hall of Fame. He
No, it's
should
like
go.
that is the person that made one of the most perfect passes in one of the most clutchest situations. We got to put him in the Hall, bro.
Cool, that's right. But they had Daniel Jones. They had Daniel Jones to replace him. Like I said, we've seen Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph couldn't beat the Lions this year. Feel what I'm saying? So it is, and then we know what Dwayne Haskins is. Unfortunately, you know, like you
He
said.
probably ain't even been to practice.
Feel what I'm saying? So, like you said, you can't bench.
Strip clubs ain't popping in Pittsburgh. You want to go to a strip club in Pittsburgh?
You think he in Pittsburgh?
But it's we're gonna move on. But the thing is, as bad as the Steelers have looked, they're still making the playoffs. I'll say that here.
So listen, we're gonna move on to the NFC East, man.
Because once it start getting cold, bathroom Ben elbow getting, he be using it too much.
Hill said that Washington could make a run after the bye.
Mm-hmm.
I was skeptical, unless what happened, and I said, like when Chase got hurt, I said, watch the defense finally start playing as a unit because they have to now. Because now you have to actually run a scheme, which everybody should have. Every defense should have a scheme or a philosophy, something that we can hang our hats on. They literally try to hang their hats on the talent of two individuals. We can get pass rush with 4 because we have Montez and Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And we let them get double teamed for 7 to 8 weeks straight. And we didn't make adjustments until Chase tore his ACL. Even after Sweat broke his jaw, we plugged his replacement in and still did the same thing. And finally, we blitzing. We got landing in the box.
Mm-hmm.
We playing man to man. We doing zone. We're switching it up. Nobody knows what we're doing every play. It's like, why did it take 8 to 9 weeks for you to do that? And that's common sense. What after 3 weeks of me running something and getting cooked, why would I still run it this week?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
But realistically, what is taking these NFL coaches so long to make adjustments?
But what did I tell you about? What did I tell you about Odell? Like say when we were projecting and say he may go to the Packers, I said sometimes they just rely on the players. They don't use their scheme. They just say, oh, we got the talent. We just use that. Y'all been listening. Think about it. The whole offseason, everybody
best defensive line, best defense.
Mm-hmm. Been raving about the front 4, been raving about the front 7 and all that. So next thing you know it, you're starting to smell yourself. You're starting to see it. You see him in practice every day. You see these, these dudes. And like I said, Chase Young is a specimen. Like this dude is like Megatron at DN. You feel what I'm saying? So you seeing these things and you like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I should be able to just come with just 4. I shouldn't have to do that. But it wasn't
5
working.
linemen though.
It wasn't working, like you said, but it wasn't working. So you should have made an adjustment. And I understand you should have made it. It should have took a bye week.
But there's 5. So I'm just saying, like,
but you know what? Teams rush 4 often. But the thing is, you don't just say, "Hey guys, go get the quarterback." It has to be, bro. It has to be in tandem. If you're gonna send 4, it has to be in tandem. It has to be team rushes. If you look at the teams that get to the quarterback, it's they still draw up the rush. They'll line up and different techniques to actually they'll get in different techniques to put the pressure on certain linemen, to mess up your protections, to disguise protections, and to blow up your protections. So I think if you're just saying, hey, go out there and get the quarterback, you fucked.
But and that's my thing. Like we're supposed to have better coaches than that.
Yeah, because it wasn't working. Like you said, it wasn't working. But the thing, like Chris Carter just said, y'all can go in the run. Y'all got the Raiders next. Can you beat them? Can you beat the Raiders? Let's just say that. Can you beat the Raiders?
Yeah, but the karma You know, I've been going,
for
man.
you.
Yes, God probably gonna go blood on that game.
After the Raiders, you got the whole NFC East to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and everybody
that's a toss up.
That's already that's like I said, just off the mere fact that it's a divisional game, it's a toss up.
Yeah.
So you can make a run, and what you always say, get me in the dance.
Yeah.
But I think the thing about last night specifically is the demise of Seattle. They got to blow that up. That up.
And that was a nice little. You need a column here. That was a nice little the demise of Seattle, man.
Because you looking at it, because okay, boom, everybody's hype. Legion Boom days and how they did it. They got lightning in the bottle. Like you had you won with a cheap team, all draft picks, all late round picks, and all that.
Everything that I always said about them.
Yeah. Should have handed the ball to Marshawn.
And that's fine. You would have had to. But
it ain't been the same since.
But the thing, even they still been going to the playoffs and still been.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it almost like the players. They like after that, they just like it just felt different.
It's not even fact, but you're not. That's an anomaly. Like we all talk about like the Patriot way. People try to mimic the Patriot way. They try to copy other things. It's copycat lead. Nobody can duplicate what Seattle did because that's an anomaly. You don't you just don't go.
You don't luck up into all those players.
Yeah. With undrafted free agents and late round draft picks and all this, like you don't do that.
Just swagging out.
That doesn't happen, and that's what they've been trying to duplicate their entire time. They made a few splashes. They went and got Jamal Adams, traded. They done some things there, but it's just not clicking. The thing is, so do you move on from Russ or Pete? Thank God Eric said that because I'm getting rid of Pete.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting rid of Pete.
You know how hard it is. You know how hard
moving on from Russ.
You know how hard it is to get a quarterback. These teams have proven that they can't, identify a quarterback.
No, and my thing is is Pete because Pete is trying to do the same thing that he
say it. Say it, Hill.
Trying to do the same thing that he was successful with.
Because why? He what?
Because he won that way. Yeah, he's too old. He's the oldest coach in the league, so he's stubborn. I won this way. This is how I'm going to try to continue to win. It's time for him to go now.
He's too far removed from this generation, bro.
And I'm not gonna say that because he's a friendly guy.
He's still a player. He's still a player's coach.
He is, but it's hip hooray for him. Like it ain't. It's like it's a different type of cool, bro.
But
it's like Pete cool, but he ain't cool.
But what assets do they have? They gave up a lot to get Jamal Adams.
Yeah, they definitely gave up a lot.
They really not. They don't have a lot of free agency money. Cap space and not. So
offensively, they should be good,
right?
And defensively, they are too. Like the Carson injury is hurting them. But, injuries have plagued them. So
my thing is though the assets that they can get by unloading Russ.
Oh yeah, they can really retool.
Can help
if they can find a quarterback also though.
Yeah, but you're not about to get a Russ. Like
you ain't getting a Russ, but I'm just saying you just got to be competent. Because one thing about he ain't been perfect is Heineke this year. Like I said, and we ain't done nothing but 1-5 games, but he really starting to look more and more competent because he does need reps, bro. Like his pocket awareness, I was impressed with that.
It
was better than it had. So it's like if you're Seattle and you have some decent assets, you unload Russ, get more, and you can just get some type of competency at quarterback. I ain't saying one of these random quarterbacks that can't do nothing, that we know they can't do anything for a team. I'm talking about somebody who can literally be consistent, take care of the ball, and have positive drives. You could do something. You got some young players on offense. You got a decent line. You got some players on defense. You got some veterans, and you got a young stud. So it's like you got a nice defensive line still. So it's like it's Pete. And honestly,
so my guy Reef is in the comment. He said we want to get rid of Pete Carroll after one down year. Stop it, fella. So
it's been trending.
And this is my thing. I know he won't keep it real because he's a 49er fan and that's his division. But how would you fix the Seattle Seahawks? Because them making the playoffs the last couple of years have been on the sole back of Russ. Like if no Russ is no playoffs. Like their defense has been trash. They have like they not really letting Russ cook. Let Russ cook is a thing.
Didn't Marty Schottenheimer get fired after like a 12-4 season? Like it's all right.
Yeah.
What do we always say? Blow it up before it's too late.
But
like,
it's not just one bad year. I understand he had one down
No, it's
year.
trending. It's been trending.
It's the fact that you've been there so long. Their expectation is not the playoffs.
Right.
Their expectation is they have championship aspirations.
And my thing is like,
trade him.
For what? A pacemaker and a life alert? I know he ain't talking about Pete Carroll.
Once again,
we're talking about Russ.
That's a 49er fan. That's a 49. Yeah. Of course, you want Russ out the division.
Of course.
All right. But I mean, it honestly, like I was saying, it don't matter. It could work for them. But you have to have a plan for quarterback. It can't be a shot in the dark just to unload for equity for the future. You got to unload and knowing that you're getting a decent quarterback in return with this unload.
It's my fault. He said I wouldn't trade either. It's like,
my bad.
Stay the course. Okay, stay the course. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah.
Okay, so you stay the course. So what's the definition of insanity?
Keep doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Oh, yeah, right. Man. Pete been there long. He got his check, bro. Get him out of there, man.
I seen the report. That the while we talking about trades, seen the reports that the Eagles was finally sold on Jalen Hurts. Not sold. They were like, we seeing what he's doing. He's doing something positive. He's playing well. We might want to stick with him and not go quarterback searching next year. And then he goes wets the bed. Had one of the worst games he's ever had in his career. You know what I'm saying?
It happens all dog.
Like stop saying the report.
It was a divisional game though, so it's like, man.
But you don't have to have the worst game in your career.
But he got a short career.
That's still the worst game.
It's the worst out of the short. Like, hey, you ever hit a joint? You've been there about 3 times, and then next thing you know, it's the bloop bloop bloop, and you're out of there. It's still on your resume.
I think it'd be fine. Just pick up from here, like where you was playing. You should finish the season strong. You should be good.
My personal opinion, like I said, and of course I am a Cowboy fan. I am definitely biased, and I have no fear whatsoever with the Eagles, what they got going on. Jalen Hurts is definitely playing good this year.
But I think it's what's around him though that you don't really make you like you don't have no fear about. Like, okay, he's doing good, but what's around him?
No, I mean his play because, like I said, he fumbles, he throws interceptions and stuff like that. He has to try.
That's because he got to trying to make stuff happen.
Trying to make things happen. But like I said, I mean, if they don't get rid of Howie Roseman, their GM, then
it's gonna stay the course.
I'm not worried. Like I'm not.
Because remember what I said. Jalen Hurts and Mac Jones are pretty much having an identical season outside of last game. Like prior to last game, they're pretty much having an identical season, but it looks different because of the situations.
Yeah.
See, I can answer it, but so I don't know how they can be sold on Hurts. This is why I can say they can be sold on Hurts because
they said that. That did. You ain't got to explain why they just saying what they saying.
But
go ahead.
This is my thing because the quarterback class next year is not good. So you got 3 draft picks. Okay, you got 3 first-round draft picks potentially next year. What you going to
build around that man?
Are you going to mortgage your future to go get one of these quarterbacks that's not good or that we're not sold on? And then, like I said, it's a hamster wheel that you're going on right now. Or you can actually use those first-round draft picks, get some actual talent around this team, and actually do something, and then he can maybe develop into something. That's the thing. But I don't have any. I'm not sold on Howie, so
definitely not sold on Howie.
No fear in my heart, but that should be the plan: is to use those picks and to try to build something. Because I mean, they're not going to get. I mean, they could put their hopes up. We can go get Deshaun Watson when he already said that he's not going there, so they can go get that dream out the way.
There's not nothing there for him anyway. So it's like
give that man a running game. Give him some offensive talent, like some offensive linemen. Give him a running game. Shit,
it's not my destination, bro. At all. I'm sorry.
Like you said, he can work the cap. Howie can work the cap, so you can go get some free agents and plug some holes somewhere elsewhere. But like you say, find the draft guy, fix this draft,
That's the best bet because it's not the destination for free agents that it once was.
Y'all can answer that.
Hey, we had a poll and we said, was Cam Newton starting career over when he left New England? We said no. We were right about that. It wasn't over there. So that's all I have to say. We were right. Cam Newton's starting career did not end in New England.
Yeah.
Next
I rest my case.
And that's as far as I'm willing to go with that one.
Next question, please.
Next question, please. I'm back, boy.
A little premature there, buddy. A little premature.
So we can wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up with the Patriots, man. How y'all feel about the Patriots?
Best team in the AFC.
Okay. Cannon, you pause. How you not sold?
They decent team.
All right. So we gonna see.
I'm not sold on them going deep, bro.
Why not? Why not?
Because I'm not sold on their wide receiver core at all.
Okay.
And it's like I do like Mac Jones, but I just feel like get to the playoffs,
you're gonna need some help, right?
Hey, but they run the ball and they play defense.
They do, and they have good coaching to try to keep other players off. But if you're playing another good defense that can force turnovers and do stuff like that, then you're gonna need Mac Jones. Gonna need a guy that can go out and get that tough catch on 3rd down and 11 in traffic. You feel me?
This is my thing. If they can take, cause they have a tough game against the Bills Monday night. Like I said, that number one seed.
I like Kendrick Bourne.
That number
He's
one
the
seed.
one and only dude on that core that I do like.
That number one seed is still theirs
it's
right
still
now.
Open.
Still for the taking. If they can get the number one seed and you got to go to New England
and you got to go to Foxborough,
be covered out there.
Like I said, I know Matt doesn't have any playoff experience. I know he's a rookie, but it's like going to Foxborough in the playoffs. That's an eerie feeling. That's an eerie feeling. And
that's AFC Green Bay right there.
And Belichick is motivated.
Oh, for sure.
Brady got that ring, and everybody starts saying, "Oh, it was
all Brady." But Belichick has been showing y'all like, "Hey, bro, it's a team effort. It's a team effort." And he's doing it with a rookie quarterback.
Facts.
Because remember what we said. People was acting like Tom Brady had went to the Jets. Like Tom Brady went to a good team, like with pieces. And he's like,
why I said Watson ain't going to Philly.
Yeah, we not.
He looking for that. You feel me? I need pieces.
Yeah,
he might mess around and replace Stafford.
AJ, you see that?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll go back in the archives and I get it
on his contract after the second year, don't he? Get him up out of there.
Get him up out. I think my thing about the Patriots, like I said, that boy J.C. Jackson,
gangster.
J.C. Jackson should get the same recognition that Trayvon Diggs got.
I mean, I like him.
I think he only got one less pick interception than Trayvon.
But here's my thing. Let's go back a year before. I think J.C. Jackson was like in top 3 in picks last season.
Yeah.
So why y'all still throwing this man away?
You have to, bro. Like people say that, like, bro, if you allow a corner to make you not throw to a side of the field, you're not going to be good, bro.
I will put a lineman out there on his ass. Hey, just go there.
It's the same reason why Deion has so many picks in his career. Because, bro, if I'm going to be honest, if I'm a quarterback, I can't think about. I mean, I gotta know what prime is, but I gotta throw and trust my instinct. If I feel like my guy's open right there and he can make that play, I gotta let it fly, man. And I ain't give a damn who on the other side, bro. So it's J.C. Jackson, whoever.
It's also when they travel and they go to your number one receiver, that's what happens when they move around and go to your number one receiver. It's like, okay, damn, I need to get my guy the ball, so you still test them.
See, but that's the thing why when I say but people still throwing to him, he's just not just traveling with one receiver. Like he mixing and matching. Like you never know. Like I know for example, when he played the Cowboys, he was on CD some, he was on Amari some, he was in the slot some. Like the boy was everywhere. So it's like,
but that's what I'm saying. So it's like you can't just say I'm gonna avoid him because it's like, well, damn, I gotta like
who ain't avoid? I know I ain't throwing to you, way. Like you got too many because not
I
only
try that on Madden. When I know when they got the star, I don't want to throw over there. They got the X factor, but sometimes you have to, bro.
that's your problem.
Sometimes if you throw it anywhere else, it's
That
a
motherfucker
pick
just
for
be looking
sure.
too good. It just be looking too good.
It do be looking too good, bro.
You know
But it's
me,
like,
I'm trying.
but even on Madden, I say I can't let when I play an X factor player, I can't let them make me think that I can't run to that side or pass to that side, because when you let them do that, you don't win. That's their goal, to force you to the other side, and then you falling right into what they practice
then when you throw that pick six, it's like fuck.
That's what they wanted me to do.
That's
I
exactly
should have threw it. If I'm gonna throw a pick, at least doing what I want to do. I'm with you, AJ.
Throw that shit to Eli Apple. I ain't finna.
Man, but it's been fun, fellas.
We got one more thing we gotta tell them folk. What their name is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did we do the votes? Did we actually finish the votes?
I mean, you pretty much know what it is, man.
Is it still? Is it? Let me see. I'm about to check right now. We're about to check right now, live on air. Where is it at? On Facebook, definitely. Fourth Man is whipping ass. Fourth Man is winning like 26. So they definitely got the lead.
I want to recount.
Bench Mob, like Bench Mob was number 2. Bench Mob is on Facebook is number 3. That's 10. I know on Instagram. Let's go ahead and check that thing out.
On the Instagrams.
Check that thing out. I'm trying to go fast. Y'all say something. I'm checking all day.
So all I want to say is, man, I don't fucking know. Look, hey, at the end of the day, Ro, I saw you put in here, you know, when I said the Patriots are the best team in the AFC, and you said when the Titans get healthy.
Yeah, but
I like that. I like it, bro.
Yeah, but let me see what Fourth Man is on here. Fourth Man is at 30 basically, boys. Yeah, we at. Hey,
I told you, man. I told you earlier. The fourth man, son.
Fourth Man.
They in the building. They showed up tonight too, man.
34 is up. 34 is up. 34
we need a shirt.
And that's the thing. So now we finally got the name. Fourth Man coming up. So be on the lookout. 2022, the apparel will be dropping. We're gonna have some type of t-shirts, and we'll just start off with t-shirts. So then, you know, we may expand to hoodies, pants, tracksuits, whatever. But we're definitely gonna start off with t-shirts. Fourth Man. So we're gonna work on the logo. 2022. Throw your fours up. So everybody, so get your emojis or something. Just get your fours up. For, you know what I'm saying, Fourth Man has won. We are a part of the people. Like I said, y'all voted for it and y'all got it, because me and AJ definitely did not want that. You know what I'm saying? But
I did not want this shit, bro.
Yeah, we definitely didn't want it.
You know what I'm saying? We tried we tried to rig the votes. You know what I'm saying? But it is. Fourth Man. That's what y'all want to be. Y'all,
it's y'all pod, man. Y'all let us know what it's gonna be, so that's what it's gonna be, man.
So yeah,
Tank this weekend real quick.
You know what Tank gonna do. Tank gonna handle business, and I believe since what now I think Haney's gonna handle business, because off stripper he's seen what Tilo just did.
Yeah, but I just hope he ain't speak too soon, man. I don't like when boxers look for fights before they try to make fights. When they have fights, they haven't even fought yet. That's disrespect to JoJo Diaz. And if I was JoJo Diaz, I would come ready to kick some ass, bro.
Yeah, but you still gotta win.
Definitely still gotta win.
I think he's still gonna come ready to kick some ass, but it's still gotta.
I just have to say that just to not be biased, because people know that I'm a Haney fan. So it's like, but I still can keep it real. You feel me? I did not like that about Haney. It's like, bro, if you're talking about anybody, it should be about JoJo Diaz right now.
Focus on your
not be mentioning no other fight, bro.
Yeah, nah, I feel you on that. You gotta do what's in front of you.
I did like ops. I did like opinionated shit talkers. The only thing about it is nobody wants to be called the ops.
That's what I didn't like about it. But it was clever.
It's like you had to if we could break it down and we could really sell it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't, because just what's going on right now in the world. I just didn't. I didn't want y'all to have shirts on that said ops and shit like that. It's just that ain't what we gonna do here.
I mean, it had some votes though. Like I said, it's second. It was number 2 on Facebook. Like I said, people liked it because they understood it. You broke it down. Opinionated.
Row and the boys was dead ass last.
That was never an option. I don't even know how. I shouldn't even let them add that option. Row and the boys. But shouts out to my guy Ross.
Ro.
He issued the challenge. He issued the challenge to people to show up tonight, and I like that, so you want more initiative. Like I said, you in the group often, active. You can show up for, give us your time for a little bit. And I like that he issued that challenge,
We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
The day ones is already here, so they knew what time it was. But like I said, he issued that challenge out, and I hope everybody else take that initiative next week. Like, let's challenge the people. Let's get more people in here. Let's, we a family. We a pod.
Y'all will make this shit fun. Cause
y'all the foe. Fourth man.
Like you got
my joke looking like Arn Anderson out here.
like at least you ain't got a Tory Hope. You feel me?
Hey, you see, I got mine though.
Or Dion bad, bro. His feet and his hands, bro.
AJ's about bad. He went to patient first. Y'all know y'all catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _ Also on TikTok and Twitch, 3Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Shout out to the fourth man. We out.
Virgil got a paddock on my wrist.